So as MJ Academy, it suggests, it is a premier institute for not only IELTS. As I mentioned, we are having a lot of success in delivering the classes for GRE, GMAT, SAT, and even the visual vocabulary. Now, visual vocabulary sometimes seems very famous, sometimes seems very fancy. Abhi, but what that is, just give me 1 minute. I think my screen is visible. Oh yeah, now it is. Perfect. So as I said, we are leading institute for GRE, GMAT, SAT, IELTS, and visual vocabulary. Visual vocabulary, as the name itself suggests, we help people learning in visual by providing some visual features as well. What that is, how that works, that is something technical that we might discuss some another day. Today, let's focus on IELTS and our institute. The founder of our institute, it's Mr. Mahavir Jain, and that's where MJ comes from. We're not a Michael Jackson Academy, it's a Mr. Mahavir Jain's Academy, and he is a national record holder who also has fixed his position in the Limca Book of World Records. Moving ahead, our courses, as I already mentioned, we have multiple courses. We are dealing with GRE, we are dealing with IELTS, we are dealing with the premier counseling as well. So we are not just providing you the educational facilities, but even if you're looking for some help or some counseling for moving abroad, then we're the one-stop solution for all your queries. Under one roof, there are multiple things that you can have access to. We even provide the visa counseling. Sometimes we do have free consulting sessions that happen every now and then. We do provide you a list of amazing vocabulary that in IELTS language we love to call it by lexical resources. So what that are, again, IELTS is a lot deep, it's very deep. So what is lexical resources? What are the other things? Everything we'll be discussing in detail. Okay. Moving on with the courses, talking about IELTS now, for what this seminar is all about, for what you all have gathered here. So as I already mentioned, it's an English language testing system, and that's where it's IELTS. Some people call it IELTS, it's IELTS, it's nothing. The pronunciation is IELTS. The first things first that you're supposed to learn, that you're supposed to pronounce correctly, is the IELTS word itself. As it says, it is designed to access the language ability of candidates who want to study or work in a English speaking countries. अभी why do we have to appear for this examination? Already हमें इतने सारे exam clear करने पड़ते हैं. Why it is one of them? We being we are a country whose native language is whose we are a country whose native language is not English, right? So we, in order to prove them, in order to prove the government, in order to prove the citizens, okay, that we can gel up with their culture, it's very crucial for us to crack this examination. Okay, so that's why we have to clear this IELTS exam. How much do we have to score now here? You are marked, you are assessed out of bands. So you don't have marks here, you don't have percentage here. We have bands here, BANDS. And you are assessed out of band 9. So the maximum that you can have is band 9, and the requirements of each candidate differs depending upon their reason to migrate abroad. All right. Moving ahead then, there are two types of IELTS versions. Now, as I said, it depends on why are you moving abroad, correct? You might be moving for the study purpose, number one. Number two, you might be going there to settle, or you might be going there to look for some work. In that case, you are appearing for the general training. So one, we have academic training, another that we have is general training. IELTS academic test, as I already explained, is for the people who are appearing or who are applying for the higher education or personal registration in an English speaking environment. Okay. Coming on to the GT training that we call general training test, it is for those who are going to English speaking countries for the secondary education or for the work experience or for the training programs. Or the third reason is if they want to settle abroad, that we call permanent residency. It is also a requirement for migration. So IELTS, it's a widely accepted examination. It is accepted all over the globe, but few countries in which it is accepted the most are Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and UK. Clear, guys? Also, let's try to make this webinar as interesting as possible. So you do have that questions tab free for you. Just keep that question tab open. Any doubts you have at any point, guys, feel free to put that forward. All right. Any questions, anytime you feel it's relevant, you feel it's not relevant, you feel that, yeah, my question is even making sense or no. Even if it's not making sense, let's make it interactive. Okay. I just don't want to give a big lecture and I just don't want to, accept it, make it very monotonous. All right. IELTS is accepted in US MEHEC. As I said, that IELTS is accepted all over the world, but the countries in which it's widely accepted is Australia, New Zealand, UK, and Canada. Even in US, even in China, agar Pakistan jana hai, wahan pe bhi IELTS is accepted all over the globe. Yes, it is MEHEC. Okay, and thank you so much, Mehak, for making the initiative of asking the question. I really feel that I'm talking to humans. I'm not talking to few robots who are not interested in talking or in asking any questions. Good. I appreciate that, and I would ask everyone to please feel encouraged to ask any questions if you have. Okay? Moving ahead, about IELTS, as I mentioned, okay, I can see one hand raised, guys. Only the question box, please. Thank you. So as I said, it uses a 9-band scoring system. You are marked out of 9. Okay. Yes, it is applicable for European MBA as well, Sunil. Thank you. Now, out of 9 bands, we have to score. Obviously, you have to aim for the 9 bands. Okay. The requirement again differs as per which course or for which purpose you wanna move abroad. Okay, we have 4 modules that we call. The 4 modules basically are termed as listening, reading, writing, and speaking, on which you are judged, on which your ability to speak in English is judged. Now, if I talk about these 4 modules are used in any language, not just in English, but even if you're appearing for any other language, say if it's French or if it's German, then to access any language, to check your ability to speak in that language is assessed on these 4 modules. That's listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And the overall band that you get is out of 9. There is no negative marking. If there's no negative marking, that also gives you the answer that we have to attempt all the questions. There is no pass or fail in IELTS. Okay. Even, for example, there are 2 students, say it's Mehak and Sunil. Mehak wants to go for study purpose, whereas Mr. Sunil wants to go for to settle there for permanent residency. Now, Mr. Sunil will look for 8,777 as the band, and Mehak will be okay with 6 or 6.5. So you see, there is no pass and fail. The requirement is different. The score that you have is valid for 2 years. After 2 years, your score expires and you have to appear for the exam again. Now, the IELTS can be taken on paper or on computer. It is either on paper based or on computer based. However, computer based is conducted only by IDP. So there are 2 bodies that conduct the IELTS examination. One is the British Council, another one is the IDP. Both the institutes, both the bodies conduct it. However, computer based is conducted by IDP. All right, moving ahead. What is the difference now in the paper-based and computer-based? That's one of the most prominent question we have from the students. So paper-based, as the name itself suggests, we will be having our traditional pen and a paper as a mode of conduct. And in computer-based, all the sections will be answered on computer. However, speaking happens on one-to-one basis, and the same happens in paper-based. So speaking is not happening on the computer-based; it's only happening on computer in person. The examination fees approximately 14,000. Okay, and the result, you get the result quite early when you're preparing for the computer based, as you get it in within a week. However, for paper based, it almost takes 13 to 14 days to get the result. Okay, well, the source, I have a question from Roshan. Now the thing is, we suggest that the source for your IELTS essay, the best source for your IELTS essay is your brain. That's it. You cannot rely on any specific source to get the best essay. It's all your brain that will be working, obviously accompanied by some tricks, Roshan. All right, perfect. Let's move ahead now. As we have already discussed that IELTS is accepted by over 6,000 institutions worldwide, including the top Ivy colleges, universities in USA. So in USA, yes, we do have IELTS. IELTS is accepted there. What is the format of the examination? Very important, guys. Those who are looking forward to prepare for this exam, please be very attentive for this slide, because this is something that is very technical. Okay, you might get it everywhere, and this is the best time that you can just learn about these 4 modules, or I should say the format in detail. So the format that we have, it's you first get the listening. So what happens is, it's a flow of examination, right? You first get the listening module, followed by reading and then writing. So LRW, listening, reading and writing happens on a specific format. It cannot happen that you say कि नहीं यार मुझे ना reading पहले करना है, नहीं यार मुझे writing पहले करना है. It is not happening. You have to first do listening, which is for 40 minutes. Then you have reading, and then you have writing. So the thing is, listening, it's for 30 minutes, yes, but the 10 minutes that you have extra 10 minutes to transfer your answers. Now, how to transfer the answers and everything, again, you have to visit us for that purpose. Okay. So coming on to reading, we have in academic reading and general reading. Now, this is the difference. Abhi people ask like, यार academic दे लेते हैं ना या general दे लेते हैं. What is the difference? Exam तो same ही है. Exam same है, but everything in the exam is not same. Listening is same. Okay. Listening, whatever you are getting in academic and general, listening will be same. But your reading and writing will be different. Academic reading will be a much theoretical, will be in lot detail. However, general reading will be very factual. Many facts will be involved in it. Time is same, number of question is same, sections are same, but just the academic ones are a bit lengthier. The texts that you have are very long. However, in general training, the texts are pretty short as compared to the academic ones. In academic writing, we also have 2 tasks. In general writing, also we have 2 tasks. Here, what the difference is in academic, the task 1 that we have, it's a report writing. So a table will be given to you, or something pictorial will be given to you that you have to convert in a paragraph, or I should say in a report. Okay. In general training, it's a letter writing. So there is no report or anything of that sort. Simply a question will be given to you and you have to write a letter. Task 2, in both the types of exam, be it academic or general, the task 2 remains same. That is your essay writing. ठीक है? time that is given for writing both the tasks, it's 60 minutes, that is 1 hour. And then the speaking is same. Speaking is same, it is for approximately 11 to 14 minutes तक stretch हो जाता है. Okay, all right, perfect. Any doubts if you have, guys, so far in the formation, please let me know. Okay, so this is the screen that I was talking about, guys. So it's all technical, no? We being the English trainers are a bit weak in technicalities, so sorry. Thank you for the questions. I really appreciate. I have such a good audience. Thank you so much. Roshan, yes, we can practice on the IELTS online platform. However, that platform, I should say, it's very restricted. You know, it's very limited. You will not be able to practice a lot on that. And if you're practicing it online, then it's good for computer based. So if you're planning for computer based, go ahead. And any reliable source from IELTS on the IELTS websites, it's a win-win situation. You can definitely opt for that. Okay, no worries. Okay, no more questions so far. Okay, Kashyap, excellent question. So, which one is better? Exam, paper-based or computer-based? In which will get extra time or enough time? So the thing is, the only difference, guys, that you have on the paper-based and computer-based examination is in this module. That is the listening module. What happens in listening module now? Why is it different? As I said, that you get extra 10 minutes to transfer the answers on the answer sheet. That happens on the paper based, that happens in the paper based examination. But when you're preparing for a CBT, that is the computer based test, you just get 2 minutes. You just get 2 minutes to transfer your answers. Now, why is that so? Again, it's very technical, it's very detailed. So I don't think I'll be able to cover that part today. However, you can reach out to us and we'll discuss that in detail. Why in computer based they're just giving us 2 minutes, and why in paper based they're giving us 10 minutes? Okay. But I would say both the examinations have their own pros and cons. If you have a good typing speed, you go ahead with computer based. Okay, if you feel that you can write immensely well and you have a great writing, you go for the paper based examination. There is no different. The question paper is same, the format is same, everything is same apart from this listening. Perfect. Talking about listening now. Okay, so in listening, as I said, the audio that is played in listening. Okay, guys, a question for you all. This is termed as listening, है ना? Why is it not termed as hearing? Why do we say it's listening and not hearing? कुछ difference है? Can we use hearing instead of listening? In listening, we hear as well as we analyze. Hearing just means that you are hearing to a noise, you are hearing to something that's happening, but when you listen, you are actually understanding, you're actually comprehending to what is being said. Absolutely great. Perfect, Teeth. Listening is hearing, including noting down the answers. Oh, well, Sunil, that's good. But this noting down the answers, very few people do. And I really appreciate that you do it. However, today, I believe that since these 25-30 minutes that we are having this webinar from, I believe you guys are listening me and you're not hearing me. Okay. So listening, in this listening, we have 4 sections. Abhi, what do we listen to? Right? We listen to an audio, a pre-recorded audio that we hear via headphones. In section 1, what is happening? There's a conversation between two people, okay, and it talks about the everyday social context. For example, I am calling a hotel to book up a hotel room, to book up a suite for my family for a weekend. Okay, I want to live. So the conversation between me and the receptionist that will be there will be a part of section 1. So what happens? It's a very general conversation about normal English life. Correct? Can anyone give me an example of more types of audios that I might hear in or listen in section 1? Guiding a path for libraries, absolutely. Great, Kashyap. When you're asking someone a suggestion, or when you're asking someone a route for somewhere, perfect, that can be a part of section 1. Railway inquiries, restaurant inquiries. Good, Teeth, well done. I hope you all are understanding what type of conversations will be here in section 1. Section 2, now section 2 is a monologue. Okay, that is set in an everyday social context. What is a monologue? News. Okay. So a journalist narrating the news or telling the news over the television, that's a news. Good. Single person talking. Good, Mehak. So a monologue is when just one person is speaking. Abhi, in this case, unfortunately, it's a monologue because it's a webinar. It's all technical. However, when we will connect for the classes maybe in future, then we will avoid having monologues. There will be no monologues, but there will be the conversations. In section 2, we have a monologue that is set up in everyday social context. A news, as someone mentioned, Kashyap mentioned, news is a great example of a monologue. Section 2. Section 3 is a conversation that is between four people set up in an educational training context. Now the thing is, section 2 का जो context है, that is very much academic. Here you will not have people maybe discussing, say for example, if it's a conversation between four people, you will not have four people discussing about a birthday party, or planning to bunk a class. No, a conversation that is there between a group of people here is all academic. For example, it can be a group of professor discussing about a question paper that they need to set up for the upcoming examination. It can be a conversation between students who are discussing about their next project. Perfect. Then in section 4 is again a monologue, and it is on an academic subject. So when you're giving a research, when you're presenting a research paper, or when any professor is delivering a lecture, so that is a monologue. Another thing that happens in listening is that all the recordings will be played just once, and there will be a variety of English accents that are used. So if you're habituated to use or to listen to one accent, you have to change that, because that is not going to happen in the examination. Coming on to the reading now, we have 3 sections as discussed, and there will be total 40 questions that you have to manage in 60 minutes. So time management is again one of the biggest challenge that people miss, and that we are going to learn in the subsequent classes. Okay. Each reading passage has about 13 to 14 questions with 20 minutes each. Well, we recommend that it's 20 minutes, but abhi 20 minutes ko bhi how do we have to mold in order to get the best out of the time? Again, that is again descriptive, which we will be further discussing. Each passage contains one long text in academic reading. So we are talking about academic reading. Each passage contains one long text. However, in general reading, we have very short texts as discussed previously. The question types, there can be multiple types of question types. They can be true, false, not given. You can have sentence completion, flowchart completion, table completion, MCQs, and many more. Each correct answer will receive, if you will answer one question correctly, you will receive 1 mark. If it will be incorrect, there will be no negative marking. So we always suggest that you have to attempt all the questions. Okay. Moving on to the academic writing now. I have already told you a gist of this before. So task 1 is report writing. We have to write a report in task 1, where the candidates present a line graph. They are presented with a line graph. They are given a question wherein a line graph is there, or a table, or a pie chart, a bar diagram, or a picture. So basically everything is pictorial, which they have to translate in a report. Now, what are they asked to do? They're asked to describe, they're asked to summarize, and compare the information in their own words. And we have to make sure that the words are not repeating. We have to paraphrase. Okay, can anyone tell me the meaning of paraphrase? What do you mean by the word paraphrase? Rewriting using synonyms. Okay, Kashyap. When we rewrite using synonyms, Kashyap, can we change the meaning? Are we allowed to change the meaning? Absolutely no. So the meaning of paraphrasing is that we have to write in our own words, but the meaning should remain same. And paraphrasing is the key to write a good essay or a good report. In task 2, what happens is candidates are asked to write an essay in response to a point of view or argument or a problem. Okay, there are multiple other questions that are there in task 2. Another thing, candidates are at least required to write 250 words in 40 minutes. In task 1, you have to write minimum 150 words, and in task 2, minimum 250 words you have to cover. Responses to task 1 and task 2 should be written in a formal style, so no informality, no hey dude, what's up, hey buddy, hey babe, how you doing? No such tone is allowed. Okay, it has to be very formal, and task 2 carries more weight in marking task 1, obviously, because since we are writing more words, since we are devoting more time to task 2, it's very obvious that it's having more weightage than the task 1. Moving ahead, speaking now. Now, speaking may not be on the same day, first of all. Okay, majority of the time you're writing, listening, reading, and writing, your LRW happens on the same day. Speaking can happen 2 to 3 days prior or 2 to 3 days after. It is conducted by a trained examiner. Okay, don't think कि अभी सामने किसी को भी बिठा दिया हम कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं and बोल के चले जाओ उसको समझ नहीं आएगा. That person is a trained examiner. Don't take him lightly. Okay. On the day of the interview, the candidate and the examiner introduce themselves. Okay. How can we introduce ourselves? What do you mean by introducing ourselves? What is one thing that we obviously have to say when we're introducing? It's a very old school question, I know, very basic question, but ठीक है. Let's try to answer. Well, the first things, obviously, you are supposed to write your name, you're supposed to tell where you're from, you're supposed to, then don't get very personal. Don't be like, I'm single, I'm married, I'm in a relationship, I like to consume, say, I like to go on the weekends to the pubs, I like to dance. Itna personal nahi hona uske saath, but you just have to tell the basic things. Okay. In the part 1, what happens, candidate have to answer about the general questions about themselves, where do they put up, about their accommodation, their studies, their interests, etc., and this lasts for about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, moving ahead, then a glimpse of the MGA's pedagogy. ओके, अ ग्लिम्स का मतलब तो समझ में आ गया. MGA का मतलब महावीर जैन एकेडमी. ओके, MJ एकेडमी. Can anyone tell me the meaning of pedagogy? What is the meaning of pedagogy? Great, Aditya. It talks about the teaching techniques. How are we going to move ahead with the teaching techniques? So the one thing I'm not going to tell what that is, we are going to do that today. We are going to practice that today. And today we are going to specifically talk about writing, because for writing I'm getting majority of the questions. So let's take the writing module. Okay. And specifically, since we might have students from academic and general, both the background, I'll be taking the task 2. Fine. Task 2 is an essay writing, and that's what we are going to discuss today. Just a minute now. Let me share. Okay. All right. Can you see my screen? I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Yes, I hope it is visible. Yeah, perfect. Let's start. So now, the majority of the people come to me. I give them an essay question, okay, any question, and they're like, "Ma'am, idea नहीं आ रहा है. हम ऐसे लिख तो देंगे." They say, "Ma'am, we have grammar, we have vocabulary also, we can write. हम ideas लिख देंगे, but हमें लिखना क्या है? हम ideas कहाँ से लाएं? You give us an idea, I will frame that, but हम idea लाए कहाँ से?" Now today, this is how that we are going to, this is what that we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about how to generate unlimited ideas. It seems कि easy होता है idea generate करना, but trust me, it sometimes is a challenge. ठीक है? And ऐसे में if you have a good idea, you are good, you are done. As Mehak is asking that are we judged on the basis of creativity? Not at all, Mehak. Your ideas, in fact, I suggest that keep your ideas as boring as you can. Keep it as lame as you want to. But yes, your grammar has to be fine. How are you presenting those ideas? That has to be fine. We do not want to be creative, but you have to make sure that your ideas are relevant. Your ideas are making sense to the question and they're justifying the question. Okay? Talking about this specific point, so there's a trick that I'll be discussing with you all today, though we do it in the classes, but we chose to do it in the webinar today. So this is a trick that has been specially designed by me to make you understand, to tell you how to generate the unlimited ideas. And that trick is pestle. This is something that you have to keep in mind throughout while writing the essay. PESTHEL. What does it stand for? P stands for political, E economical, S for social, T is for technological, H is for health. For E, it can be ethics or environment, and then L is for legal. Okay. You can take a screenshot if you want, guys. You're open to take the screenshots. Political, economical, social, technological, health, ethics or environment and legal. अभी ट्रिक तो पता कर ली. You'll be like, मैम आपने बता तो दिया कि हमें pestle use करना है, but अभी how do we have to use this pestle in our essay writing? Let's see, let's try to implement it with the help of a sample question. Okay. So now, all right. So this is the question that we have, okay? Some people believe that women should be treated as equal to men when applying for a job with police or military. Others think that women are less suitable for this kind of job. Discuss both the views and give your own opinion. So what type of a question is it? It's a discussion question. What do we have to discuss? That are or should women be treated equally when applying for a job with police or military? Can you guys think and can you guys tell me the answer as yes or no? Just tell me yes or no. Should they be treated equally while applying for the job with police or military? A simple yes or a simple no. I've got one yes. Okay. Okay. अभी इस क्वेश्चन को पढ़ते ही ना, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अपने फेमिनिज्म को हमें नहीं जगाना है. वी हैव टू कंट्रोल आवर, आई नो वी ऑल आर वेरी फेमिनिस्ट, you know, a lot of respect towards the feminism, but we have to sort of control our feminist a bit here. Okay. Abhi, how will we use that pestle? You'll be like, ठीक है, you all are saying yes, okay, they should be treated equally, but How will you explain that? How will you justify that in your writing? So this is how we are going to do it. The structure that we have, first of all, let's understand the structure. In our structure, we first write the introduction. You then have a body paragraph, BP1, a BP2, and followed by a conclusion. This is the structure. Okay. BP1 में you should have one idea, one or two ideas, and in BP2 you should have one or two ideas. अभी वो ideas होंगे कहाँ से? पेस्थल को हम इसमें कैसे implement कर सकते हैं? So if we talk about the BP1, we can take economical. Remember the E of pestle, we can take economic. We can say that their pay should be equal. When the women are applying for these jobs, they should be getting equal pay as men when treated for the jobs of police or military. यहाँ पे क्यों मैं अपने आप को रिपीट कर रही हूँ दैट आपको अपना फेमिनिज्म नहीं जगाना है, आपको ओवरऑल स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में बात नहीं करनी है. यू हैव टू बी वेरी मच स्पेसिफिक with the words like police or military. Specifically, they have given this for a reason. You cannot deviate from the question. You can take economic. You can say that their pay should be equal while they are considered for the job of a police or military. You can also take political. You say that nowadays many laws and many bills are passed which ensure that they're treated equally, which ensure that their position is equal. Okay. A good example of this can be recently, I don't know if you guys are aware or no, recently, a law has been passed, a change has been there, a development has been there in the military force that women can now be the fighter pilots. This did not used to happen before. Like if I talk about a decade before, it was not the case. Women cannot be the fighter pilots, but now they can. And that can serve as a great example for this. Okay. So economic may you discuss the pay should be equal. Political may you discuss that there are many bills are also passed that are supporting women. Now the point is, in body paragraph, I am talking about the points which says that yes, women should be treated equally, as most of the people are saying. But in the question, they say that others think women are less suitable. So in order to answer the question properly, I have to make sure that I'm answering this part also. Others think that women are less suitable. I have to answer this question in the BP2. So what points will I take for the body paragraph 2? Who says that women are less suitable? We can bring in the social factor. Though it's not my point of view, I do not belong from the male chauvinist society. मेरे पे बंदूक मत रख देना that how did you say that? It's not my point of view, okay? So yes, the first point that we have is that they have comparatively extra social responsibilities, and this is the S that we took from the pestle. Social. We are saying that they have extra social responsibilities and it becomes sometimes become difficult for them to handle the household chores and sensitive jobs, very sensitive jobs like police or military. Though they do it really well, but it still becomes a hassle for them to manage both the things. This point we can write in the second body paragraph. Why are we talking about the opposite thing now? Because that's what our question wants us to do. Our question wants us to discuss both the views. And in the second paragraph, we are discussing both the views. That says that women are less suitable. So the first point from pestle we took is S. Second point that we have took from pestle is T, that is technological, or you can say that is technical. We can say that the women are weaker than men, or we can say that are physically not as strong as men because of the biological structure. And so there are many military equipments in the process, in the job of police or military, which might not be suitable or which might not be comfortable for men to use or for women to use. That is one point that you can talk about. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, so taken S from pestle, then we have taken T from pestle, that is technological. You see, just that pestle is helping you to give you the ideas for economical, for political, economic and political for the positive side. People who say that yes, they should be treated equally, and S and T, that is social and technological, for the people who say that no, they're less suitable. Getting it, guys? Anything, any doubt you have? कहीं पे भी ऐसे लगे that you're not convinced with these viewpoints as per the question? If you have any doubts, you're free to ask me the questions. Rishabh, nobody is wanting to see that women are special. Everybody is special. It's just our mentality that we have. Why are you making women special? Why, women are also common. They are also as same as the other gender. You are saying women are special, that's why they're becoming special. No, we cannot say. We do not need to say common men and common women. Men are men, women are women. Okay? You cannot say like that. Anyone else? Any doubts? Got it? Chalo, good. Moving on now, let's do some practice. अभी इतनी मैंने बड़बड़ कर लिया है. I've eaten all your brains. अभी let's use your brain. Let's do some practice questions. Okay. So the next is this. Let's practice. This is the question that you have. I told you what pestle is, right? Pestle. This is the pestle. Please see and please tell me the ideas. See how you can use this pestle in this question in order to generate the ideas. Read the question properly. It says, is it a positive or negative development? When you have or, that means you have to choose one. Is it a positive or negative? First, choose your answer. You want to say it's a positive development or a negative development. Accordingly, on either side you are, choose pestle and tell me the reasons and tell me why do you say it's a positive trend or why do you say it's a negative trend. Perfect, Kashyap. So Kashyap says that he has used technology, T, that is, it reduces the human efforts, good, and it allows you to connect all over the world. It allows you to connect with whom, Kashyap, all over the world? Please try to be specific, okay? So T and S he chose, absolutely great. You can give either example. You can choose to give a personal example, you can choose to give a general example, that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is your example should be relevant to the question. It should not be like it's very off the track. You have to make sure that it's very much relevant and it's justifying your explanation. No, it's not suggested that you start your essay with a quote. The questions that are given to us, they're very specific. IELTS is giving you a question that is very specific in nature. You cannot make it general. You know, people have the habit of adding nowadays, in modern life, in contemporary era. I will tell you where to use that, but we cannot start our introduction with it. अभी कहाँ पे use करना है? For that you'll have to wait a bit. So Meg says that no, it's a negative development because people's health is deteriorating, becoming too much dependent on their gadgets. Good, yes. They're having, their eyesight is deteriorating, their health is hampering, they are becoming too much dependent on computers, and that's why they're sitting at one places, because of which they're becoming obese. Excellent. Lukman says that it's a positive trend because it has made business easy. Absolutely. People are using WhatsApp. People's entire business is dependent on WhatsApp. They're earning. Great. And it brings human closer with the help of being socially active. Absolutely. Good. It's now increasing the mobile users. It enables to do jobs and employment anywhere. Great. This webinar that we are having, it's all by the grace of technology, by the advent technology that we have. Absolutely. Good. You guys are coming up with great ideas. Yeah, itne to mere paas bhi ideas nahi the. Thank you for giving me such ideas. Great. Mehak is in negative. She is saying that a lot of e-waste is accumulating, which is not biodegradable, adding up to the waste. Great environment. See, so are you guys getting a gist that how our pestle is fitting in? How you do not have to go out of the pestle to think of an idea, because sometimes na the questions become very technical, like the last question that I discussed with you. This question, this was not an easy question to answer. This was very much technical. But if you use pestle, sometimes लोगों को idea ही नहीं आते हैं. And when I said na feminism पे मत जाना, what people do, they just dive in feminism that yes, women are the god, as someone said, women are special and all that. They talk about they take it in a altogether different tangent. But here they were very specific about police or military. Okay, and similarly here, people are becoming too much dependent on internet and phone. Absolutely, you guys have answered really well. And Mehak, I appreciate you were the only one who was in the negatives, and you have pretty nicely explained and justified your points. Really good. The points that you're becoming, it's really, really nice. Coming on to the examples, as Mehak is asking, Mehak, not advisable. You have to. Not adding an example in the essay is not a good thing to go for. You have to add an example. You have to make sure that whatever you are saying, it's justified with the help of examples. So we always follow the approach of P, E, and E. Your P stands for point, E stands for explanation, and another E, the last E stands for example. Okay, correct. It's a domain, it's like a pool from where all your ideas are given. And you know what, guys, a fun fact? Forget pestle. Even if you think of any idea by not knowing what pestle is, you would at the end be seeing that idea is a part of pestle only. For example, अगर आपको नहीं पता होता what is pestle, and you would just be giving me any answer for the question. If you will try to relate with pestle, everything will be a part of that only. Everything, when I say everything, means 110%, I'm sure. I can bet you on this. Any question, any idea that you have is coming from pestle. You will never ever run out of ideas while using this technique. Okay. All right. It was so lovely to talk to you all. Such a interactive audience. I'm so happy, so glad to be a part of this webinar. If there are any doubts I can help you with, any questions, guys, we can have a quick Q&A session. You can let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about. We can certainly take that. Okay. All right, guys. So I believe I've answered maximum. I've tried to answer all the questions. I hope that was good enough. And it was lovely to have such a good audience. Thank you so very much for being a part of this webinar. I'm so obliged, so thankful. And we shall meet maybe later sometime in life. I have not seen your faces, you have not seen mine. Maybe we'll meet as strangers sometime. Yeah. Chalo, take care, all the very best, and make sure to be home, to be safe. Okay. All right. All the very best, and for your IELTS. Take care. Bye bye.